Before we begin this video, if you enjoy what you see, please hit the subscribe button. I'm very close to 500 subs and it would really help out my channel greatly. Making videos can be a thankless hobby sometimes, and seeing the channel grow or reading your comments is the only way I have to get feedback on how my work is doing as a video creator. If you don't feel like writing a comment, leaving a like is just as nice to see. And stick around to the end of the video where I explain why this video is coming out a month after the DLC in question dropped. Alright, that's enough e-begging out of me. Back to the video. I know this video is outdated when it comes to the Payday news loop, and I mean like really outdated, but it's my YouTube channel and you can't stop me. So, talking about the first free update for Payday 3, bringing in the legacy heists and a few other items, but first I want to go over the small things and work our way up to the heists. First off, they added in a new mask and new weapon preset, the mask being the Under Wraps, which has a mummy theme going for it. It looks like it's a mummified version of the old Grin mask, which makes me wonder if we're going to see the Grin mask come back in Payday 3. And the weapon preset being the Lycan, which is a redeco of the MP7 with an overall werewolf theme, and is probably the best weapon preset in the game, being the cheapest and with the most effort put into it with the new werewolf themed optic red dot. Overall, they're pretty good and I like them, but they were clearly meant to be a Halloween 2023 item. But, speaking on the good news, we have Transporter as an official skill line, giving us the ability to move 2 bags at once. Overall, Transporter has some very good skills and some pretty meh skills. There's only a handful of heists where it's not worth being able to carry 2 bags at once, but for any good stealth build, this is a must-have. And thankfully with this update, Starbreeze has added regular leveling like Payday 2 into the game, which should have been in their first place, but they also added 2 other stipulations, that being if the heist is completed in stealth, and if it's securing with all bags. Now, stealth, I understand. Bring back the old kind of stealth bonus, or at least reward players for going in quiet, but the binary system of did you get all bags compared to you missed one, fuck you, is a step back and really should just be scaled leveling depending on how many bags you get. And bring back telling us how much a bag is worth. And that old sound. I like that sound. They also added end of heist voice lines, which was very much needed. But Transporter wasn't the only skill that was added. Armor Up as a skill was changed, meaning that instead of getting 2 armor plates from interacting now, you can repair an armor plate using Armor Up. I don't like this change.
Had some issues. Enough said.
Now, on to the first free heist in this legacy update, featuring the return of good old Locke, giving us our first job, Turbid Station, which is a redeco of Murky Station for Payday 3. Now, when I first played this heist, I didn't like it. The objective of getting the sieve in the eye scanner and then having to deal with another guard once you open it and hacking it was just a pain in the ass, and I didn't like it. I thought it took way too long. That, and it seems that guards on this map in particular are able to just see hacks from like a mile away. It's almost bordering on a dead body being seen on another planet like in Payday 2. But if you just play your cards right and make sure guards are looking the other way, I guess hacks are fine. But fuck this guy though. Anyways, with that all being said, I would have given Turbid Station a 5 compared to the old Murky Station. That was until I learned that if you just shoot the civilian, and just leave him over there, yeah, that's good, it starts the circle puzzle as a way not to soft lock a rail car. Now, admittedly, the circles are way too common in Payday 3, but on this map, I think it works, and I would have much preferred this compared to shoving the eye scanner with Cerberus Core cameras. It only costs you like $70,000 in cleaning costs, which, by the way, Payday add in cleaning cost skill. But overall, with that said, the top of the rail yard is pretty good. Getting a QR code is a nice change, seeing that we already have a blowtorch. No thermite though, which I don't know how I feel about. I guess it's alright. Key cards and the circles are fine, I guess. Other than that, I think it's a very good improvement on the top side of the train yard for Turbid Station. The verticality and sliding is very cool, and it's very fluid in this game. Although it's annoying now that guards can see you on top of trains. Overall, Heist is pretty good, as long as he's dead. Moving on to Cook-Off, which I'd say is probably the better of the two heists. I really like the changes they did on this. Being able to make pure blue meth, a la Heisenberg, and, well, red shit, is pretty good, and a nice evolution on the cooking meth for Payday scheme. It's nice to see that they brought boards back. I wasn't sure if they were going to be back, but it's nice to see them. I just wish that there were more like in Payday 2. I think the most you could ever have on a map at a time were 6, but there's only 3 on this one. I guess it works out, seeing that you can pretty much block up 3 windows at a time and it works out fine. It's nice to see that the meth lab can now spawn in the basement too, like the old mods could make it. And the new garage area is a very interesting addition. Keeps the game lively and not just cramped in a basement. It's not infinite anymore. The hard cap is 19. I don't understand why 19 and not 20. You know, an even 20, but I don't know. It's Swedish people that make this. I don't know. I don't know why they're Swedish. Who cares? But in my honest opinion, I think meth is probably a bit too cheap in this game. And not by means to cook. It costs its tooth and nail to cook on Overkill. But I mean is that each bag is worth somewhere around $300,000. Each bag just seems undervalued compared to Payday 2. Now don't get me wrong, Payday 2 it was almost like $2 million a bag of meth. But at the same time, for pure blue meth, I think it's at least easily $100K cheaper than it should be. I think they should bump it up at least $100K more. Which of course, times up by 19, that's a lot more money. But of course that's cooking for a while, which I think at that point it evens out, because right now it's just not worth cooking all 19 on Overkill, because it costs so much time and so little reward and so much risk of just failing the heist all the way through. So overall, I'd say that this update was pretty good. It's pretty good, but it's still a drop of water in an empty bucket that is Payday 3. So in my honest opinion, it'll still be quite a while until this game is in the place where it should have been when it released. But overall, I like the update well enough. Transporter's a good skill, and I like being able to bring in 2 extra bags of an item. I don't like the armor up changes, but that's to say that I don't really enjoy the armor system as a whole, but that's for another video. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys. If you're wondering why this video is coming out now, a month after the DLC dropped, yes, it's only because I wanted to use the name The Good, the Bad, and the Meth Lab. Have fun with that.